piece of shit for pointing this out. I'm the piece of shit for noticing. People get mad when you notice shit they don't. They call you all kind of names 'cause you do research that they won't. They're too busy staring at their phone. I'd rather die alone. I'd rather die alone. I'd rather die alone. Don't feel sorry for me. All because I see things they'll never see. I wanna be ostracized. It's better than compromised. I'd rather be over here. Doing the same shit over there. And here's the thing, I realize that the reason why it bothers me so very much is because I'm a social commentator, you know? That's part of it. Everything's part of it. At some point, you're bound to feel like shit. And what if feeling like shit's not the problem? Maybe that's just life or something. You're not always gonna feel good. You're not always gonna wanna be here. But I'm not gonna kill myself, let's make that clear. So, I can't just say I wanna. Can't just say I wanna. I didn't say I was gonna. And if I was gonna, I wouldn't tell you. You obviously know nothing about suicide, bruh, 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 bruh. Isn't that funny that people say bruh, 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 bruh? You know it's spelled B-R-U-H. If you try to get the computer to say that, it'll say brew. Anyway, vortex. Yeah, I think that I'm 1,000 times more positive than I used to be, but still not positive enough, apparently. If y'all had met me when I was a liberal, you would have not been able to handle me. Because I was way worse. You could just watch my old channel, Aimless. That's before I became a Christian and but yeah, okay, so this person that is trying to educate me about what it means to turn the other cheek, probably hasn't worked at a restaurant for 20 years. Probably hasn't been called a bunch of names by people that call themselves comedians that don't know what comedy is. I don't think that turning the other cheek means like completely ignoring another person's behavior. It just means that you're not going to retaliate. But part of not retaliating means internalizing a lot of things that you're thinking and feeling. And if you don't do that, I don't really think you're much of a person, you know, because you're just not letting anything get to you. And that's just kind of, I don't know, like oblivious. Like you're oblivious to things affecting you. I don't want to be like that. It's kind of like, you know, there's some sort of ailment where like you can't feel pain. So if you touch your hand on a hot stove, like you'll just keep it there because it's not burning your hand. You know, that's not good. That's not good to not be affected by anything that could potentially hurt you. And I think that I'm an offensive person because I'm open and honest about the things that have hurt me. I'm open and honest about the things that affect me. And this whole libertarian, it doesn't matter, man. The reason why this country is a total shithole is because of this attitude. Because people they can't respond, not react, respond in a way that would be helpful in the situation. Because people react to everything, they make an ass of themselves and nothing gets accomplished. And their reaction tends to generate this whole snowball effect, okay? Whereas if people responded, like, okay, there's this chick I work with. I know we've talked about her. She'll say some fucked up shit to me. Most of the time, I don't even respond. Because I know that, like, it's not worth it. But sometimes I do. I don't react. I don't react to her. I just say, what you just said was fucked up and unnecessary. And I don't have to listen to you or take you seriously because of the way that you're behaving, you know? Most of the time, I don't even offer her this because it's just not worth it because I know the way that she is. But sometimes it gets to a point where I just get fed up. But if I were to react, I'd probably, you know, throw water on her or something. Holy water. But she's a heathen. She can't wait to tell you that. So. But to act like people shouldn't have any impact on you at all. I mean, I just think that's silly. Because everything affects everything. And people that want to live in this little bubble and act like nothing can possibly negatively impact them. I mean, I get what you're saying though. Like, you shouldn't let things get to you to the extent that it's like, you know, driving you crazy or whatever. I'm just expressing myself. I'm allowed to express myself. They're allowed to express themselves and tell me all this stuff that they didn't have to tell me, but they felt the need to tell me, you know? Just like this person feels the need to educate me about how to turn the other cheek. Honey, I'm a lot like Linda Blair in The Exorcist. My head just spins round and round and round, okay? That's what you gotta do working in a restaurant. And when people don't understand you and they misinterpret things that you say, also they can play the victim and continue to blame all their problems on you, so they never have to take any kind of accountability for anything that's happened to them. You know? That gets frustrating after a while. I can only assume that you're a child. Okay? Well, I'm a lot older than I look, too, so when people respond to me, I think that they assume that I'm younger, but Or maybe they just haven't had to work in a toxic environment. They haven't ever been surrounded by toxic people. And obviously, like, if you don't make content, you don't have to deal with that, honey. You never have to deal with the toxicity of fucking losers online that feel the need to remind you that they don't agree with you, or remind you that you're stupid, or, you know, whatever they think. But I get the point that you're trying to make, though. We shouldn't take things personally. You should never take things personally. But that doesn't mean that we can't still criticize these critics. Especially when their criticism's way the fuck off.